Okay, hi. I am out of breath because Alex and I just panic ran for cards, which we both forgot to get. And I totally fell down the stairs. I'm fine, but I absolutely just fell down the stairs. Hi. Welcome
Double
back.
checking that everyone can hear us.
Wait, we're hang on. Wait. We are in the wrong layout. This is not acceptable. Hang on. There. Oh shoot, wait. I go back. I have to get a couple things here. I have to get the
Alex has
audio.
disappeared again.
And I've got to get Alex. Okay, 1 second. Then we're going to go back. There we go. Doesn't this look great? I was really pleased with this one.
Can everyone hear me speaking as I talk through this new layout?
They can indeed hear you speaking. Ta-da!
Amazing.
Yeah. This is why I was up until 4 a.m. So I was building like 18 layouts.
Okay, so the
We are professionals. Professionals. Sorry.
the entries for the giveaways are currently closed. We will have some additional giveaways throughout the rest of the stream.
Correct.
But the entries for the earrings and for the book are now closed, and we will be selecting a winner in the next couple of days.
Correct.
Just as things die down from the stream.
Yeah.
People
And
stop
sleep happens.
dissing us in chat. This is not how we're supposed
You
to.
can't put professionals in quotes. That is slander. That is slander.
Yeah, don't dare call us professionals.
Yeah, don't even suggest it.
So,
We got
the
cards.
game that we are going to play.
Yes.
The game that we are going to play is called How Does That Work? You're a Bicycle.
How does that
The
work?
game.
You are a bicycle.
Yeah.
No
the
question
game
mark,
is-
which I put in earlier because I felt bad about it because I thought it was a question. I thought it was like, how does that work? You're a bicycle. But it's not. It's, how does that work? You're a bicycle.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a game by Superdillin, who is currently in the chat.
Lisa, thank you so much for that $50. Much appreciated. Thank you.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
The way that the game works is that we're going to have 3 scenes, and I'm going to set timers for each of the scene. We're going to have three acts. Each act is divided into 2 scenes, and I will be playing the author. Aram will be playing the protagonist.
Yes.
We're going to be telling a story in which the protagonist is
Potentially
finding
Birdie,
themselves...
thank you so much for that $13. Much appreciated.
wow.
Sorry, Alex.
Thank you.
So I'm playing, and I literally know nothing. Like,
You know nothing.
Hand to God, I had just assumed, glancing at the title of this game, that we were going to be bicycles. We were going to be playing inanimate bicycles. And
This is a
knowing
game-
Dylan, that seemed within the realm of possibility, and I did not question it any further. So up until
Now,
this morning,
the song from which the game derives its title and many of
Right.
the quotations inside it is a song by Coheed and Cambria, which does have a sentient killer bicycle in
oh,
the song,
well, I was right.
but we are not
Kind of.
playing a sentient killer bicycle.
No. The way this has been described to me is that what we are actually playing is like that episode of Looney Tunes where Daffy Duck got into a fight with the artist, and like the paintbrush is trying to do its thing, and Daffy Duck is like, no, screw you, but the paintbrush is basically God. That's what my current understanding is of what we are doing now.
That is all we need right now.
Okay, perfect.
What I need you to decide right now is, as the protagonist, so we've settled that there's going to be a mystery noir
Yes.
framework for the story.
Correct. Otherwise, I
as
wasted
the
a lot of time with
protagonist-
this.
Like, no, actually, it's sci-fi.
Oh, fuck.
As the protagonist,
Yes.
what is your name and what are your pronouns?
Okay. I believe Salvatore, but everyone calls me Sal. My pronouns are he, him.
Okay. And I think the author, which is myself, is a... We're going to go... Bleed is not going to be a thing in this one. Unlikely. So it's going to be a British guy. It's going to be like older British guy. His name is Richard. Richard E. Goslow.
Richard E. Goslow.
Yeah,
And
kind
is
of
an
like
excellent
washed
name.
up author, hasn't really like had maybe a couple of successes back in the 80s with some pulp, and is now trying to enter the literary noir market.
Okay.
What is the protagonist's overarching goal?
What is
What are
my
you
goal?
trying? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I am a private investigator. I am getting up in there in years. I think my goal is to help the people of my community the best I can and retire comfortably sometime next year. But I just can't quite let go
This
of it.
close to retirement.
I'm this close to retire, but I can't. But I could have retired already. I just can't quite let go of it. I'm like Columbo over here. I should just be kicking up on my couch, but I'm not.
Just one more question.
One more thing.
Um,
If you like that,
okay.
watch the Modron episode. That's basically all that was. It was
Yeah,
excellent.
Kill Every Monster Modron episode is basically what if Columbo was a robot from a plane of complete order.
That's exactly what it is. Yep.
Yeah. The name of the story is
Okay.
something wrong. No, something. What's a spoof of Ray Bradbury? Something evil that way goes.
Something evil. Hey, get over here.
Nope, something evil that way goes. And does the protagonist, does Sal have any suspicion that he is in a story?
No, none
No.
whatsoever. No, Sal doesn't believe in anything.
Sal is the kind of thing, if met with unspeakable, unknowable cosmic entities, he simply would choose not to know them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sal goes to church on Christmas. Otherwise than that, you know.
And this story is important to Richard because this is going to be, as I said, his chance to get into the literary world again after being, he's no longer publishing pulp. He's trying to make a break, so he's trying to attempt an American voice in his writing.
Right.
So everything's going to be a little bit weird.
I mean, it's just to be dumber and meaner. It's not that hard.
I don't know right now who's meaner between the UK and the US.
Yeah.
So, Act 1. The setup. The
Okay.
protagonist has come to a pivotal moment in the story. You may need to make a difficult choice, or a character you love may be in danger. The villain's life may be in your hands, or you may be in a position to sacrifice yourself for the greater good. Whichever scenario, there are two options at least that will change the course of the story permanently from here on out.
Okay.
I need you to draw a card, and don't tell me what it is,
Okay.
and just keep it until the end of the scenario.
All right. I'm gonna
start
draw.
the timer.
I'm spread out. Can I look at it?
You can look at it, just don't tell me what it is, don't tell anyone what it is.
Okay.
You can show the chat, just don't tell me. I will not look at it.
Alex, do not look at the camera.
I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking at this screen.
All right. 1 second. Everyone can see that. Okay. Everyone can see my amazing camera. Go ahead. You're clear, Alex.
Okay, we're good.
And thank you for the blessing. I appreciate it. I was blessed because I sneezed.
Yeah, choose
Yeah.
not to fathom the unfathomable horrors is exactly Sal's whole thing. So, this is not the beginning of the story. We find ourselves at a point in which the investigation that has been taking Sal, it's not the last case that he's taken, but it's very much it's making him feel like this probably should be the last case, He's been
Okay.
following leads, he's been, a dame, she walked in, she had legs for days, too many legs. Almost, is she a spider? Don't know, she's got too many legs.
Nothing but legs this day.
Nothing but legs this time. It's Lex McGee. But she has tasked you with finding her missing brother.
Shoes.
And
Oh.
it's been... No.
Sorry.
Aram has been up for a long time.
I'm a little punchy. Sorry.
You have been tasked to find her missing brother, who has gone missing in the past couple of weeks. She hasn't heard anything from him. He usually leaves a note before he disappears. It is not uncommon for him to disappear, but he
Right.
leaves a note. He lets her know where he is and that he's, I'll be back in a couple of weeks. I'll be back next month.
But he waves like his 20 arms because He's all arms.
Yeah, it's the Limbs family. Um, so where do we find the protagonist in this scene?
Down by the
A
docks.
couple of weeks into the investigation.
Look, whenever an investigation goes cold, you go down to the docks. I don't know why, but something's going to happen at the docks. There's some lead or someone I gotta like lean on, right? Or I'm watching a shipment come in. If it's something shady, it's happening at the docks.
Gentle lapping of water against the docks. It's dark. The cobblestones are slick with rain and salt water splashing from the waves. And there's a couple of ferries here, but it's mostly decommissioned ferries. You're not in the busy part of the docks. You are in the seedy, the underbelly, the city's underbelly, where all of the crime bubbles up to the surface, along with whatever else can float. Maybe it's bodies, maybe it's shit. It depends. It depends on what kind of day it is.
Today's Tuesday. It's shit day.
Yesterday was bin day, today is shit day. Who has Sal been talking to in this investigation?
I've been talking to Vinny Two Bells. That's what we call him. We call him Vinny Two Bells because he's down by the docks and he's the guy who hits the two ship bells. Whenever you hear a ship bell, the ding ding, that's Vinny. Vinny Two Bells. Vinny Two Bells sees and hears everything going down at the docks. Hey, Vinny! Ding ding, Vinny! That's what they call him.
He doesn't speak. He doesn't speak. He don't speak no more. He just ring the bells.
I'm sorry. Yes, he just rings the bells. Yes.
He just rings the bells.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask for whom the bell tolls.
It tolls for
I feel
Vinny.
like Richard is going to add as many literary references as he can in this text and just make it the purpliest prose that he ever could, while still trying to write a Raymond Chandler dry cinematic noir.
I
Who
like when
has
you
Vinny
talk
told you
smart
to
and
meet?
assume that I could just follow along. But yes, thank you. Go ahead.
Who did Vinny tell Sal to meet with here at the docks to find a lead that has now been called?
Okay, so Vinny said that
Ding
there
ding.
Ding ding, right? Ding ding Vinny said that there was a shipment of rare saxophones. I feel like I'm playing Mad Libs coming in, and that there was someone who they knew who would definitely hit the saxophones. Someone that like doesn't like a Batman villain, basically. They only are gonna hit the musical instruments. Like, I don't know, the trombone or some bullshit, right? So but
Where are the strings going?
so the only way we could talk to this guy is if we could find something we know he's gonna hit, right? So we have to go for the rare saxophone shipment. Yeah. We can
Vinny
hear the
doesn't
boat.
know
We
much,
can hear
but
the
Vinny
boat coming
knows
in.
when there are instruments that can be used as percussion coming into the docks.
Wait, it's a saxophone. It's not percussion.
He can use it as percussion. He can ding.
You
on
can
it.
hit anything. That doesn't count. A
But
building could be
he
percussion.
wants this sax. Vinny wants to hear the sound that the saxophone makes when it breaks. Vinny has a very specific sound in mind. He doesn't like that people call him Two Bells. He wants to expand his range.
Wait,
He wants to.
Wait, Vinny's getting the saxophone now? I thought. Okay, gotcha. All right.
Vinny
so-
told you to come and find the saxophone so that he can tell you what he knows.
Okay, I get it. We're getting a saxophone to buy off Vinny Two Bells so Vinny can become Two Honks or whatever the fuck he wants to. Sure. All right,
Yeah.
I'm on board. Vinny Two Honks.
Vinny Hong Kong.
You hear the ship come in, and it's like, instead of like womp, it's like womp, ba-da-doo-doo-ba.
Yep, it's Careless Whisper plays in the background. Daybreak also plays. It's a mishmash. There's a whole DJ set going on.
It's highly
these
obnoxious.
rare saxophones are
My
being
guy's
built
just
in.
crossing his arms. He refuses to play along with any of this bullshit.
In Sal's past,
Yes.
he has made many enemies.
Sure. You do. You just do.
Who
When you're a guy named Sal, you just like you're born with enemies. Yeah.
who is the most recent enemy that Sal has made, other than Vinny? Vinny is still on good terms.
So, so there's this guy. There's this gal, right? Mel. Mel and Saul do not see eye to eye. Saul does not like Mel, and Mel just always pokes at Saul, like just needles him all the time, and Saul won't rise to the occasion. But oof, boy, does she get underneath his claw.
The shipment is coming in. You can hear this cacophony of saxophony coming through.
Yes, yeah,
Just
I'm
blowing different horns. Vinny getting a little too excited in the bell booth, trying to ring the one bell, and is getting overshadowed and drowned out by the sounds of saxophones pulling into the dock. And it's
The-
weird that the saxophones should be pulling into this area of the docks. This is not the dock that is used for shipments. This is
right. This is not the saxophone dock. I mean, everyone knows that.
this is not the trade dock. This is not supposed to be used. It's also supposed to be a secret delivery, so why are they playing so loudly?
It's to throw you off. You would never expect to look in the loud saxophone ship. Like, well, of course there's not illegal saxophones in the saxophone ship. That would be silly. Where else are you going to put them? So, as the saxophone ship is coming in and the fog is coming in off the bay and it's battling with the cloud of smoke I'm creating from my camel wides, I would just kind of like, stand not within the snapback zone. I'm smart. I know my naval shit. So I'm going to stand like kind of off to the side away from the cleats, smoke my camel wides, and wait for the ship to come in. This the one, right? The one that sounds like a saxophone.
There's a hulking figure on the saxophone. It's not really a boat, it's a barge. And it just steps onto the dock.
Where the hell did this thing
You
come
see-
from? Was it just like a barge to come from Jersey? Like where? All right, fine. Sorry, not gonna ask questions. Hulking guy, go ahead. Sorry.
Cracks his knuckles, looks down and says,
Hey, you
Yeah?
here for the brass stuff?
I look sideways at Vinny Two Bells. Does he nod? Is this what he wants?
Vinny is just like very excitedly just going like,
Yeah, we're here for the brass. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, are you Mel? Are you Melanie? Don't look like no Melanie to me.
And so, like, the hand's already fingering the revolver in my pocket, right? But he's like, I know a Melanie, but no, I am not Melanie, but I'm here for the brass.
I ain't giving no brass to someone who ain't Melanie. Melanie's the one who's supposed to be here to take the ship. And who are
No,
you?
well, you see, Melanie and I go way back, and I am Melanie's assistant. I am Val. Perhaps you heard of me. I'm not Val. Wait a minute. What is my name? What is my character's name? It's not
Sal.
Val. What? Sal.
Sal.
Yeah, I'm Sal or Val or something. I got lots of names.
Yeah, you don't smell right to me.
Well, you smell like sheep in a barge coming from Jersey. Who the fuck are you talking to? Look, doesn't matter what I smell like. It matters what my money smells like. That was weird. Anyway, I'm here for the brass.
Nah, I don't like you.
and he raises his fist to
Oh!
come and punch you.
Okay, well, I don't want that to happen.
Hmm.
So how do I avoid that?
I don't know. You tell me. You are the protagonist in the story. How
Is
would
he still in the
protagonist-
barge?
He's stepped off the barge onto the dock.
Oh, he did shit. Okay, all right. But he's like right there, right?
He's right there on the edge,
Well, I'm just gonna push, push him in the water.
and it's a long purple description of this, just this rearing back, telegraphing the punch coming, and Sal just push. It's just putting down the cigarette.
Douche. One hand just shoves him in the water.
There's a shove, and there is a splash, and there's the of one of the saxophones sadly playing onto
That's
the
a
barge.
trombone noise. That's not how saxophones work.
It's a brass shipment. There's some brass in there. It's got some precious saxophones and secret saxophones, but it also has just general assorted brass.
All right.
It's
All
not
right.
the top brass. That's down at City Hall.
So I assume this guy can't swim.
This guy looks like he is starting to sink, and you
Yep.
hear behind you a gentle, slow clap.
Boy, wait, I'm not gonna let the guy die. Hang on, hang on. I'm gonna grab the guy and I'm gonna drag him up. Now, hang on, and I pull the guy up so he's not gonna die. And I'm like, okay, okay, we're done with that, right? We're done with that. You can go back
He
in.
looks behind you,
Yeah.
and he says,
Oh, so you are with her. Why didn't you say so?
So close to pushing him in. Stands up and he turns around and he's like, "Of course it's you. It always comes
Mel
back
wearing
to you."
her high collar, large hat covering her face and shoulders from the rain. And like,
Well, if it isn't Salvatore.
Well, if it isn't Mel the bitch. Sorry. I am so loopy today. I'm sorry. All right, go. Well, no, you know what? He says that. Fuck it. He does not like this woman.
he's a terrible guy. He's an anti-hero.
He's a bit of an anti-hero. He does not like this particular woman.
If it isn't Salvatore, I thought you were retiring soon. What are you doing here looking after, well, intercepting my shipment?
Oh, this is your shipment then, is it? Well, listen.
I have a case I'm following.
Wait, is she another private eye? Are we like battling private eyes? Oh, of course we are. Of course we are, because she's better than me. That's why I don't like her, right? Yeah. All right. Well,
I have been commissioned by the Limbs family to go and find their son.
their son. Wait, do I know anything about a missing son?
You were looking for the missing brother of the Limbs sibling, so
Right.
this could be the daughter that has assigned you, but the family has assigned her.
Okay, hang on. Wait a minute. Let's back up a second here. And I was like, let's just put all our cards on the table. Get it? Because it's playing cards. Let's put all of our cards on the table. I got some information. Sounds like you got some information. But it sounds like we're coming at this from two different angles. And unless we're going to butt heads this whole time, we probably should sit down and work this one together.
It sounds to me like you're just stepping on people's toes, Sal.
That I've literally got like a foot on this guy to keep him from crawling out of the water. Look,
Okay, so
yeah.
this is the scene that was suggested to me.
Okay.
That we now go into scene 2 of Act 1, which is the breakthrough. This scenario, it's a little weird, it's a little overwhelming. You can have a discussion with the author, breaking the fourth wall, stepping out of the narrative. Through force of will, magic or otherwise, you appear to the author through something from their world. What is it? A person they know, an object they love, an omniscient voice, or anything else you can imagine.
I'm confused about the question. What are you asking me? What am I being asked?
This situation, as the protagonist, is like, okay, this doesn't make sense. Like, things
Right.
are a little weird here. This
Right.
is not a story. It's following too many strands. This is a little overwhelming. I'm going to
Right.
go talk to whoever's writing this. You don't know that that's what it is you're doing,
Right.
but you are stepping out of the narrative and
Yeah.
interacting with me as Richard, either
Okay.
as a person I know or as an object I love, as a voice just peering out of
I
everywhere,
gotcha.
or
How
something
about
else.
this? So in the middle of this craziness, and I'm just like starting to get flustered, and then like my got like, Vinny Two Bells and Mel start arguing, and I'm just like, oh, you know what? And then I look over and there's like a little shack, one of those little like manager shacks from someone down at the docks, and there's a light on in it. And I'm like, oh, you know what? Hang on, I'll be right back. And I walk over to the shack, I poke my head inside, and it's like this warm, there's like all these candles lit. This warm candlelight glow. And there's just this one person sitting there. They have a little old typewriter. They have their coffee, a bunch of little knickknacks about in this very tidy, orderly office filled with plants. Hey, we got some problems out here.
Richard looks up from what he's writing. He's using an old typewriter. It's not a typewriter. It's a typewriter mechanical keyboard affixed to a laptop, just so
Yeah.
he can get the old vibe feel. And
Yeah.
he looks up and he goes, "Hello."
Yeah, hey, right here. Hey, excuse me, right here. There you go. Hey, yeah, we got some problems out here. You want to come in?
Where are you Where is Sal talking from?
Sal is like leaning in through a window. Like this, like leaning in, into the shack. Like, hey, excuse me.
I'm sorry. Who are you?
Oh, I didn't introduce myself. I guess that was kind of rude. Okay, my name is Sal. I'm a private eye. I'm working a case down here, and you've got a bit of a commotion going on your dock that you might want to come take a look at.
I'm sorry. Your name is Sal?
Hi,
No,
my name is
very
Sal.
Funny, very funny. I was just writing about a Sal actually. It's gonna be
Listen,
great.
pal, I'm not here about your hobbies. I'm here because there's 3 people on your dock, and if you're the dock master, you got to come out here and help us settle this. Unless you want some more holes in this dock.
Wait, no, I haven't written the doc scene yet. What do you do? How?
Let me try this one more time. Hi, my name's Sal. I'm a private investigator. I'm down at your docks.
Yes.
If you
Salvatore, private
just
investigator,
poke
following
your
the
head
limbs
outside.
kid.
You can just come. Just look. You gotta do your job. We need your help.
No, look, now my job is just to write good stories. I'm hoping to submit this for the Booker Prize. I'm supposed to be getting, recognition that
I can play along. Let's say that you were a private investigator, really close to retirement, just trying to cover a few loose ends to get some things done. And all of a sudden, you get thrown into shenanigans down at the docks with every bad card you've ever had to turn up. What would you do in that instance, Mr. Author?
Well, if I were writing a situation like that, which I hadn't really thought of, but I suppose it would add the narrative and I could move that scene around in the later chapter, I would probably have my protagonist perhaps allying themselves with the supposed antagonist and find out that maybe there's a wider conspiracy at play here.
That's interesting, because that's what I was doing before I walked into this little shack of yours. That's what my plan was the entire time. So I appreciate you being 5 minutes behind me. What would you do next?
I would probably ignore the red herring of the saxophones and go and find out why 2 separate parties have asked different investigators to go look for the same person.
Now that is not such a bad idea. I'll be right back.
Now, wait, okay, but so you're in the story, but I'm writing the story and I'm trying to understand. No, okay.
Look, I don't know what all that's about. I don't know what you're talking. You whatever this crazy is you're talking here. There's a problem on your docks. I appreciate your advice, but you may want to get your head out of those stores a bit and focus more on your work. Anyway, good talking to you. I'll be right back. And he
End of the
goes.
scene.
Yep.
Yep. Reveal the card.
Oh,
And
the
we will
card
start
is
we'll take a tally.
a 5 of spades.
I have a 9 of clubs, which means if the cards do not match in any way, the author gets to move forward with the story as they intended.
Gotcha. And they don't match in any way, correct?
Nope, no match.
All right. Bottom of the
means-
pile it goes.
The author is going to go back to the terrible idea that they had initially, which was just to have the fuzz show up.
That
And
is a bad
try
idea.
Arresting
It's always a
everyone
bad
because-
idea.
Well, the saxophones were blaring, and there was a trombone in there
Is
that made
that
no
illegal?
sense. Vinny was dinging multiple times. It was-
Wait. Where? Show me the statute that says you can't play saxophone by the docks. Show me the
Like, no,
docks.
no, it alerted to the presence of something going down, so they're just showing up. There are cars are pulling in, sirens are blaring. You just hear just Step away from the saxophones.
Look, I haven't even touched a saxophone. Up until now, saxophones have been strictly theoretical.
Ah, shit, is that Salvatore? Salvatore, please step away from the saxophones.
Yeah. Hey, on. I got a pistol in my shirt, and I got a knife in my boot, and I don't know, nunchucks somewhere. Just so you know, officer.
So I need you to draw a second card and keep that one hidden from me, but you can show it to the chat.
Okay, 1 minute. I don't know why I'm closing my eyes for this. I'm so stupidly traumatic. All right, look away, please. Chat. Take a gander. Okay. Done and done.
Okay. So Act 2, which is the climax. Scene 1 is the choice. The fiction continues as the protagonist comes face to face with the paths in front of them, realizes the extent of the fallout that awaits them. Before beginning the scene, protagonist and author draw a card and wait to reveal the card to each other. The card that I've drawn suggests the prompt for this scene. But before we get there, Sal is taken in for questioning as a private investigator. He doesn't see eye to eye, and the Fuzz doesn't see eye to eye with private investigators because they keep snooping in. They keep getting in the way. They keep trying to bite them out. They keep doing a job maybe better than they do. Question mark.
More expensive, but better.
Like, yeah,
honestly.
More expensive, but better.
Yeah.
They actually get results.
Well, we're actually accountable.
Oh. So we meet Sal again. It is still raining outside, of course. You can hear the sound of rain and heels on the cobblestones outside of this holding cell where Sal has been held. And you heard Mel being held in a cell not far away from you, maybe 2 or 3 doors away from you. You are in here. You have been left here for maybe a couple of hours as they are looking into where the shipment was coming from, who it is that has set up this entire thing, and why the Limbs family is looking after their son without having asked the Force, and instead going through private investigators, and why the sister has been asking you rather than the investigator that had already been assigned.
Yeah, none of that's good.
What is Sal up to in this scene? What is Sal doing in this holding cell? Is he... What is he? How is he keeping himself busy?
Well, I think at this point, he would actually, he wouldn't be doing anything. What Sal would want now is to be left the fuck alone. He'd want to sit back and quietly wait until he was let out and just go on his way. But he can't because Mel won't leave him alone, because she now has to get the information out of him because she got no other leads. So now she's forced to actually talk to him. They have no other place to be. So nothing, but he's forced to deal with her.
There is a knocking, and it becomes just a gentle knocking, turning into a insistent knocking, turning into a persistent knocking.
Yes! What?
Are you gonna talk to me, Sal? It's just the 2 of us in here.
He just kind of leans back and looks at her through the bars and leans forward. Sure. What you want to talk about, Mel?
What do you think I want to talk about? I've been assigned to investigate the missing Limbs kid, and not that his limbs are missing, just that he's missing and he belongs to the Limbs family. It's confusing, I know. It took me a while to get my head around it.
Sal chuckles despite himself. Mel's funny.
Sal, why were you at the dock? Why were you looking to speak to Vinny? I already spoke to Vinny. He knows nothing.
I hadn't gotten there yet, had I? You were just one step ahead of me. If you waited half an hour longer, I would also know that Vinny doesn't know anything.
Why are you on my same path?
Vinny wanted a saxophone. He was there to pick up a
Ignore
horn.
Vinny. Ignore Vinny.
The whole kid thing. See, that's the part I don't get, because I was told it was a brother, and you were told it was.
Well, I was commissioned by Mr. and Mrs. Lim to go and find their missing son.
Their missing son, and I was told to go and find a missing brother by the sister. So why did the sister come to me when the parents already came to you?
That is what I'm asking you, Sal.
Well, how do I know? If I knew, I wouldn't be here, would I? So you know
So now we're
everything I
both
know.
here in this
As
mess. We're both here
usual,
in this hole.
you know everything I know, and are just asking me questions about things you already know.
I'm
As
just
per
trying
usual.
to make you catch up.
You could just occasionally tell me something, Mel. You could just tell a guy a thing. Thank you for
could
the
also
follow.
just retire, Sal. You know, you leave space to some of us young'uns, just trying to make a living in this here New Jersey York Shore city.
44 is young now, is it? Also, I'll retire when I feel like it, and not a day sooner.
Thank you for following, Grant Howitt. This is not terrifying at
Oh,
all.
hell. Hi, Grant. Yeah, that's awesome. Hi. Thanks for pointing that out. I would have been much better had you not. Sorry, go ahead.
Sal panics just a little bit more.
Yay! Sal does a whole thing with his like tie where he pulls it away. Man, thank you, Grant. Much appreciated. All right, so where are we?
Still in the jail. Still
Yep.
talking, trying to figure out. None of you can come up to any solution. But Mel says, "Hey." She barks in the distance. Mel says, "Sal, I have a way out of here, but you were always just a little bit too by the book. You mean you
There's an
try
ad
being
break.
a bad boy, but
There's an ad break.
incredible."
No, ad break. No, no. I can't believe Grant just fought. The hell is going on, Alex? 35 seconds till we're back from the break.
Yep. Oh, mine says 20 seconds.
Mine says 26. One of them is lying.
One of them's lying.
One clock always lies, and one clock tells the truth. Oh, how the fuck am I getting through this Baldur's Gate game, man? I'm gonna have to rely heavily on my friends.
There we go. We're
6
back.
seconds. Oh no, mine says we're not. Are we back? Mine says we're back now.
That is weird. We had my video is lagging and Aram's video is not, but Aram's video said that we were going to be back later than my video. This is confusing.
It can't be an exact science. I mean, they can't have it down. There's digital lag all over the place. There's no way they have that right. But hi, thank you all for hanging out through the ad break.
Thank you. Those 45 seconds of not having to deal with us making up a story.
Yes. Blessedly free from us.
We are in the jail, and Mel is
Barking,
making an
right.
offer.
Right. Oh, right. Okay. What's the offer?
Mel is saying, "Sal, I know you're trying. I know you're close to retiring. I know you just can't leave this job, but you need to leave some space for us young ones. And yes, 24 is young.
First of all, it's 44. I did not say 24. I said 44. But second of all,
44 would also be young.
look, I'm not arguing with you, okay? I know we need to make some room. But tonight, we got to deal with what's in front of us. And then we can do tomorrow.
I think what actually is not what is in front of us, but it's what is." And she leans back. What is behind us?
Hey, who
she-
let dogs in here? There should not be dogs in the jail. Anyways, I'm
Jeff,
sorry,
can
honey.
you
Go
please
ahead.
go and deal with the canine unit?
I love that she argues back. I love that dog. Anyways, sorry. Yeah, so we deal with what's in
And
front
she
of us first.
pushes aside a piece of furniture, revealing a small hole at the bottom of her holding jail.
Oh. Well,
Now, I can-
how does that help me? I'm
I
looking at
can
my
sneak
stomach.
out
Look
of
at those-
here. I can
Yeah.
sneak out of here and come back and pick you up, but you're going to have to cover for me as I get out of here.
Oh, I can do that. I got you. No worries.
I
If
will
you know
be back.
me, I can make a scene.
But then we're solving this together, Sal.
50-50,
No lone
Mel.
wolfing it. No acing it. No, I don't play well in teams.
Mel, you got yourself a 50-50 partnership. You get me out of here, we'll work this case together.
And she puts her.
Awkwardly
Can you-
shakes through the bars like, oh, ow, wait, hang on. My arthritis, man. All right, we good?
We're good. She very flexibly pushes herself through this whole, or gets ready to.
Right.
How do you distract people? As the dogs
Hey!
are barking in distance.
Oh, man, it's the big one. It's I'm having a heart attack here. Oh, I'm sweating and, oh, geez. Someone get a priest. Get a priest up in here. Maybe if I keep tapping, it'll start again.
Couple of them come up and was like, "Hey, yeah, we've seen this before."
No, look, I can't. Like, and then I will just like collapse the floor and then really sell it. Like I'll go from like playing around to like really selling it. You know what I mean?
And there is a moment there when your brain tricks your body into thinking that actually something is wrong, and you do start feeling like a couple of random pains around your
Like,
body.
ooh, ow, oh man, and then I start to sweat because I panic that it's real. Yeah.
Yep, and starting to panic just a little bit, and it's not as bad as you're selling it, but it's definitely it's entering into a feedback loop, and it's giving
Totally.
you some extra input. And it's like, oh no, shit, okay, no, this is actually something. Can we get a medic? Not the priest. Bring the medic. No, leave the dog.
No, you can bring the dog.
And a couple
They're
come over,
common.
and you catch out of the corner of your eye, Mel has escaped through
There we go.
the hole in the wall behind her.
Oh wait, hang on. Just gas. Sorry, we're good. Thank you though. Appreciate the response. Those tax dollars of mine are doing some good work up there.
And you're left to yourself.
Welcome,
Half an hour.
Jen. Thank you for joining the chat. Jen plays Fern on replay for those of you who have watched the first episode. It is always lovely to see them, and they make every space they are in a little bit better.
Agreed on all counts.
indeed, yeah. Yep.
Jen will also be up next.
Correct.
But you're a bicycle, I know.
I really did think we were playing bicycles, John. I honest to God thought we were like doing like a, what's that podcast that I love so much? Everything is Alive, where every week it's an interview with an inanimate object. I swear to God, I thought that's what was going to happen. And because it's Superdillin, like I didn't question it at all. It just completely seemed in the realm of things that could happen.
Some time goes by. Half an hour. 45 minutes, an hour.
Starting to think she
Lights
screwed me.
dim in the station. There's just the one garden duty left to keep an eye over stuff. They haven't noticed that she's gone for some reason.
Too busy playing harmonica.
Too busy playing the tiniest saxophone you could see.
Like a little plastic, like
2
like
hours
those
go by.
bazookas.
Light bulbs flicker. There's the buzzing of light bulbs. There's the rain falls outside. Heels every now and whenever you hear heels outside, you perk up, thinking that maybe she's back. Maybe now is the time.
Yeah.
2 hours go by. 3 hours go by, and you are left alone. No one's coming.
Sal, you gotta stop trusting that woman.
The guard comes over and says, "Hey, you're free to go in the morning, but we're gonna have to keep you for another couple of hours just while they finalize some details outside."
All right. Can I get a coffee or something?
Nah. As they are just getting busy with a tiny little brass harmonica, He's really going to town, this harmonica.
Wait, I thought it
There
was
is
a tiny
a-
saxophone.
It is a tiny saxophone. It is a tiny harmonica made out of saxophone material.
What?
They smelted down the saxophone.
That's
It's been
not a
so long
thing.
you've been in here. They've smelted down the saxophone to make it into a harmonica.
That's not how things work at all. I
You
don't
hear
know a lot.
outside tiny saxophone noises. There we go. You hear outside a screeching of tires, and you hear a couple of people screaming in the street, and a car sliding, and there's a slam into the side of the wall of the prison where you are, and you can see it. Part of the wall is crumbling, and then the loudest explosion. You are incredibly close to the wall as this explosion goes off, and you can feel everything vibrate and the ringing in your ears, and that panic and sweat that came earlier. You can feel it coming back again, but now it's real. It's not because your heart is giving up, but it's because your pressure in you is increasing, your heartbeat is increasing. You were next to a wall that has just been exploded.
Right.
And you see a hand lead in through the smoke, ears still ringing, holding out to you.
And I'm like, what? And I would reach for the hand, bleary-eyed, stumbling.
And the sister, the dame that commissioned, the dame with legs for days, is just dragging you out and going,
So many
We
legs.
need to go now. We need
Into
to
a
go
ball
now.
of legs.
It
Oh!
wasn't an arm, it was a leg with a glove. She pulls you out. She says, "We need to go now," and she pulls you into the car, puts you onto the back seat, and she
Sure.
steps into the driver's
for
seat
her
and drives
legs.
off.
Right. Yeah. Wait, okay, so wait, is this the woman who hired me? This is from the
This is
this
the
from
sister. Yeah.
This is the sister who hired me. Okay. What's going on? Why are you breaking me out? Are you working with Mel? Was this all a setup? I got 5 other questions.
Let's pause it for a second. What does Sal have a moral code of some kind?
Yeah. Here's a moral code. You know, don't kill if you don't have to, right? Like if you have to, it's sad, but try not to kill people. Do what's right. Help people. Someone needs help, you give them help, right? Someone's got what's coming, you give them what's coming. That's pretty much Sal's code.
Okay. He says, "Look, I'm sorry we had to trick you. We've been swerves. We've been trying to there's something going on with my family, and I'm not sure. I think my brother has been hiding from them, which is why I came to you. I think the other investigator that they hired is like swerves again.
No.
Sorry. The other investigator they've hired, I think she's close to finding him, but I don't want my parents to find him again. They're
Well,
dangerous
first of
people.
all, I know Mel. And she was supposed to come break me out. I assumed you were working with her, so you're not working with Mel.
I am most definitely not working with Mel. Mel is working with my parents, and we don't get along that well.
Well, Mel's got a 4-hour lead on us. So whatever you've been holding back on me, you may want to start coming clean.
Well, okay. What we're gonna do, and you see she is like turning around to look at you to draw, and she doesn't see what is coming her way. What is coming both of your ways? There is a large truck driving directly towards you.
Look out for the truck.
You realize that in this moment, you probably are not going to make it out completely fine.
Oh. Well, sure, it's a truck.
And you reach out to the author again.
Yeah.
You can reach out to
gotta
the
roll
author
down
to
the
plead
window.
for a different outcome.
So,
How do you appear to the
okay,
author this time?
so time does slow down. Time does
Time
slow down
slows down,
exactly
time
how we
stops.
just described it. As we are careening through a toll booth. And I realize that even though time is slowing down to this, almost imperceptibly slow speed, that I am able to move in real time, crank my rear window down. It's an old Cadillac. Lean out and kind of like, hey, tunk, tunk, tunk. Hey, author, you in there? Because it's got the same glowy light and the same candles and the same everything else as before. So I'm just kind of leaning out, knocking on this toll booth. Hey, Hey.
Richard's going, who, oh, what,
Yo, English guy.
again?
Yeah, it's me. It's Sal. What are you
Okay,
doing
no,
here?
I'm still not entirely sold on this concept. I don't think that you should be.
Hey, listen. This
I don't
truck
even know, how
thing.
do you? That's not even a window. How do you get in here?
Look, listen, look, that doesn't matter right now. What matters right now is this truck that's about to hit us. This is what you're going to do? We're
Yeah,
finally getting
so
somewhere and
I
you wipe
sent
us
the
out with a truck?
manuscript. Wait, okay. Just again, assuming that this is real, I sent the manuscript off, and they said that they needed a bit more action and they wanted a car chase.
No.
I
This isn't a
wasn't sure about.
chase. This is us being hit by a truck. That's not a chase. That is a stop. The chase hasn't even
Well, you know,
started.
it's high octane.
No, no,
It's
no.
drama.
No,
It's
no.
action. It's
Look.
intense.
No, look, we're finally getting somewhere. Okay? You're gonna make this nice lady have an accident just to feed your editors or what? Look, I don't know about that. But what I do know is that we are at the beginning of something and you're running us into a brick wall. The audience
No,
is
well,
gonna
that's
like
the thing.
that.
Like, I think what we've decided is that we're actually going to go with a different character. Like, you're going to be like the
No,
framed
no.
protagonist, and then we're going to
No,
move
no,
to
no.
a different protagonist.
No.
When we're going to use maybe Mel. Even we're going to look at. It's just
No.
that, you know, they wanted something a bit more new and fresh that will connect with a younger audience.
No,
And
look at, and he's gonna reach in. And he's gonna try and reach
Whoa.
in and grab the pen. He's gonna grab the pen. No, look, come here. He just like grabs the pen and starts scribbling. It's like, look, we're gonna do this. And as I'm writing, like, I wanna crank, like, reach forward in the seat and crank the wheel. Like, Sal reaches forward, grabs the wheel, cranks it to the right. Car goes up on 2 wheels, jumps around the truck like a ballerina, and dodges to the side miraculously before spinning out and ended up in the quickie parking lot where we grab a couple slushies.
that sounds very unrealistic to me. I mean, we're trying to
No, your
ground this.
saxophone boat really grounded this whole thing in reality. You're right. Let me step back here, auteur.
Look, I'm trying to be American here. Do you know how American? It's the loud and obnoxious, and saxophone was the
So
first thing that
do
came to
the
mind.
car chase. Have it be loud and fun, but have us win in the end in ridiculous ways. You've seen the movies. There's like 8 of them. Like, hey, we're family and we all drive cars and, ooh, look at us. It could be a little
No,
bit of that.
I do not consume contemporary media of that kind. I am more
Well,
of a
that's your
classics
problem. You're trying to write for something that you don't read. Look, listen to me. We're going to have this car chase. We're going to win. And then, despite our age differences, we're going to become friends, figure out things, not have it be romantic. Don't want to ruin it and get sappy. More of like a father who never had a kid and a kid who's looking for a father figure kind of relationship. That kind of thing, right? That's how this is going to end up. And that's how you're going to put butts in the seats or eyes in your book.
I don't know. You kind of make a point, but I'm
Thank
not
you.
sure.
I do know my own life that I've been living.
And here, there's a moment of doubt that comes through as say, well, if you're reaching out to an author
Right,
who claims they're writing about you,
right,
and you said, I know the life I've been living, and it's like, wait,
right.
do you remember
Do I
anything
know the life I've been
before
living?
this moment? Do you remember
Yeah.
anything before this case was given to you? And in that moment, we stop and reveal the cards.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. 4 of hearts and 3 of hearts.
Ooh, so the suit matches. The author is unmoved by the protagonist's plea and
Get
gets to
fucked.
add a new narrative stipulation against them.
What the fuck? This is exactly opposite of what we talked about. Oh, if I find it at the toll booth.
The scene continues. It is we catch up to the scene after the crash. There are a couple of extra cars have been sent flying in different directions. There is wreckage of this Cadillac that has slammed into a truck that was carrying, ironically, a pair of very tiny violins. A whole shipment of very tiny violins. Just to go with the saxophones for now.
Jesus, why does anyone watch us? We're such hacks.
Because they love it.
I know.
But in all of the kind of the limbs dame is slumped over the wheel, and there is just a moment of Sal just still ringing from the explosion, still being thrown around in the car, and now having crashed through and having had this moment of, I just spoke to someone who claims to be in charge of everything here, and I couldn't convince them, but I am still alive. And we see you slumped against the side of the road, holding yourself, probably cigarette in hand.
Oh, yeah. But you know what? Someone just cost this family an arm and a leg, and a leg, and a leg, and a leg. And I'm going to figure out who did it.
Act 3. Finale. The consequences of the previous cards and in-story decisions play out. The author will lead the protagonist through the final obstacle of the story and reveal the final consequences, good or bad. There are no more opportunities for the protagonist to change the author's outcome, but the protagonist can react in whatever way they feel. Before beginning the scene, protagonist and author should each draw a card and wait to reveal the card to each other. So I will draw mine, and you can show yours to chat.
Okay. Chat, take a look. There we go. Okay, you may look. I really like your glasses, by the way. They are adorable.
They're
on
blue
you.
screen glasses.
Oh, they're nice. I like them.
It's my author glasses.
Yeah.
Okay. We catch up several scenes later, probably several chapters later, as you are heading all the way up to the Limbs mansion on the outskirts of town. It is this long-winded road. It's very much the Bruce Wayne mansion in the old animated series Batman.
Yeah.
There is obviously lightning, thunder. David Lynch is directing all of this by now. It never doesn't rain. And you reach the front door and you knock. Stately Wayne Manor, exactly.
Hello?
You are let in as the door opens.
Private Eye! Private Investigator!
There is nothing.
Nothing? Okay, sorry. I
No
thought you were
sounds,
thinking.
nothing. It just echoes through this mansion. It just echoes through when you hear nothing other than the whistling and howling of the wind against one of the open windows with one of the curtains flapping in the background.
Hey, got some bad news for you. Sounds like more bad news on top of bad news. Might want to come down and listen. And starts looking around the house, like poking around, trying to figure out what's going on.
We cut to a different angle,
Right.
And there is from above a banister, there is a gun starting to point out over and shooting down, and it misses as it ricochets off the side of your feet, just as you're heading to go and look to see what's going on.
Right. Dive on a
But
couch.
you know that someone
Yeah.
just tried shooting him, and you can hear clicking of heels above you.
That better not be Mel. I'm going to dive behind a couch. I'm going to pull my revolver. Private Investigator! I am not here for any other reason. Lady, stop shooting at me. And if that's you, Mel, I swear to God.
You just hear someone using a slightly muffled voice, probably through a scarf or some clothes, saying, "You were not supposed to make it out."
And he just he flips open his revolver, makes sure there's bullets in it, because there aren't always bullets in it. You know, I mean, he just, right? And all right, good. Flips it back. Mel, we do not have to do this.
You were not supposed to make it out.
Okay, well, look, Mel, that does sound like you're admitting to killing the daughter. And I gotta say, sloppy and also a problem.
you hear clicking of heels running across the banister as well and
fuck.
disappearing slightly.
The
into
last thing I want to
the
do is have to
distance.
run, but I will run, so I go right after her.
And there
God,
is
I hate when they
rushing,
fucking run.
And it's checkered marble flooring. It's black and white. Everything turns into black and white. There is still water dripping off you, and you can see the trail of water dripping off whoever this mysterious figure might be. Running down the corridor, running down the hallway, up this large marble staircase as it twists up into the banister above, and you keep running, and you hear just another shot, just zing, and ricocheting off one of the pillars next to you.
I will wait until I have a clean shot, but I'm trying not to shoot this lady. I'm trying just to get her to come to her senses, but I'm not going to let up. Because justice. Justice. Also, someone shot at me, so fuck them. So there's that too.
You reach a room at the end of this hallway. It's more of a like a parlor opening room with different doors leading to other, you assume, rooms. There is large windows at the back with these long wafting curtains as the panes are slightly open but not completely open, so that the rain won't come in, but there will be enough circulation, and it creates a good dramatic trope of curtains wafting in the wind, and everything in black and white, these dark crimson curtains blowing.
There's only
color
3 or
has been
4
added.
places to go, Mel. You're gonna have to give it up.
She steps out from behind the curtain. Wide brim hat, tall collar, hiding scarf.
I
up to
knew
your
it was
face,
you,
up to her
Carmen
eyes.
Sandiego.
Only the eyes showing, and she looks at you, and you see her makeup is smudged. And she pulls down her scarf and says, "You weren't supposed to make it out." No,
Well, you weren't supposed to shoot at me, so I guess we're both at an impasse here.
you're not going to believe me when I said that I was trying to protect you.
Well, you missed.
If I-
Twice.
If I take you out of commission, then you wouldn't have to deal with this.
Look, once again, we're both here, and he's putting his gun away. We're both here. Let's just deal with the thing and get
She's
it
raising
done.
hers.
Would you put... It's like he literally will just push the gun away. Just push it to the side. What are you doing? You know? Cut it
There's
out.
something big coming to this city, and I don't think that you are going to be able to live through it. I'm just trying to get you to retire. I'm trying to scare you and maybe it would hurt a little bit, but hey, you've had a long career, right?
Mel, the girl is dead.
I know that's not what I
Wait,
wasn't.
is
trying
there a
to
brother
get that.
missing or not?
Yes, the brother is missing.
Okay, let's go get the brother.
No, that is not.
Let's go get
The
the
brother is missing, Sal.
What do you mean?
Missing.
He's dead? Did you kill him?
I didn't kill.
Mel, this is not a very good case, I gotta say.
It's.
What are you worried about me for? You were in a mess here. You were in a big, terrible
I
mess.
know. I don't even understand the motivation behind all of this. It's.
Okay, well, listen. It sounds like someone's trying to keep us busy, doesn't it?
It does.
It sure does. And
But
who,
I'm trying to keep you away from all of this business. I'm
and
trying to keep you
who
safe,
would
Sal.
benefit from us occupying each other's nights all evening?
We all looked up to you. And we just wanted you to make it to retirement. You keep saying how you're
So
this
buy
close
me
to
a
retirement.
gold watch, then. Why go through all this? Why play this whole game? You know me. I'm a straight shooter. Just come talk to me. You want me off the case? Tell me to get off the case.
She raises her gun again. It's like, I mean,
Pushes it away. Would you stop with the gun?
no. You don't understand. You need to get out of here. you are in danger, and
Thank you,
I
Jesse,
think
for
I'm
that
in it
$15
way.
donation. You're amazing. And look, I'm hearing you. And I apologize that I had to talk to chat there for a second. But what I'm
Who are you
hearing,
talking to, Sal? It's
there's a
just
lot
us.
going on. But what I'm hearing is that you are in danger. And so I'm not going anywhere. So why don't we stop having the conversation and just accept that that's how we're going moving forward? Okay?
No, no. You don't get this. I need to take care of this, and I need you to be gone. And she pushes
Oh no.
towards you and the
Right?
window.
No, that's my trick. I push people into places. That's my thing.
And then she pushes harder and pushes you out.
Right.
And there is a full, like, What's Up Danger plays in the background, Leap of Faith scene from Into the Spider-Verse. Bits of glass flowing, everything is slow motion, and we see Sal as he's just plummeting from the window down below. What does Sal feel in this last as he sees the ground approaching?
Yeah. Was like, well, you know what? This feels about right. I think so. Like, I think I'm like, and I'm always like, yeah, this is pretty much the end I had written. Yeah, this feels right. Yeah, like whatever that writer said about not knowing things, for some reason, this feels about as right as that does. So yeah, Sal just goes limp.
And there is a last shot that we see lightning striking behind the mansion as Mel pulls up a scarf again. You see, like, she dries up a tear and says, "We really did look up to you." And she starts walking back down the corridor, just clicking.
I should have shot
And
her.
it fades to black. And she's shot, yeah. The aftermath, scene 2. The protagonist, their story now over, reaches the author for one last talk. How do they appear to the author this final time?
Well, I'm dead, right? Wait, I'm dead. So
Your story's over, yeah.
Okay. So okay. So I think I'm a ghost. Is what happens. And as soon as I'm like, oh, hey, whoa, I'm a fucking ghost.
Richard
here.
is just typing clickety
You
clickety
know what?
clickety clickety. Like, and she
I'm gonna go
walks
fuck
down
with
the
that
hallway.
goddamn writer. Boo! Yeah, that's right. Boo. Boo.
Hello?
Ooh, yeah, it's me, your protagonist. I'm a ghost now, asshole.
No.
Anyway, I'm a ghost.
Look,
I'm gonna poke at shit.
even
Look, I'm gonna
assuming
push
that
this off your
everything that
desk.
happened earlier was
I'm gonna
right.
mess with your calendar and that little like thingy where that got all the. You know, they can just digitize this now. You don't have to keep it all inside a Rolodex.
No, those are my.
No one
I
does
just
that.
like the analog. It's the feel. It's part of the aesthetic.
Oh, you are such a little wuss. Listen, you killed me. The least you can do is explain why.
I told you. It was a request of the editing and marketing team. It was a whole metaphor about killing the canon and taking away everything that made the classics so stale and tropey. And it's a whole shift into I don't understand, something about cozy mystery.
See, now, this is what I don't understand. Because as far as I know, when you tell a story, it's the story that matters, right? It's the things that happen to the people in the story that matter. Is this a correct assumption?
I feel like the money also kind of matters, but sure.
Okay, well, whatever you get paid for it. Everyone gets paid for a job, sure. People like to do money for goods and services. Gotcha. But beyond that, as far as your little writing journey here, as far as my little jaunt through your tales, the audience likes me. Of course they do. Look at me. And then you kill me and don't really give me a satisfying conclusion. Just a quick death into the pavement, head her out of the third story window. You think your audience is going to be satisfied with that?
I think it was a second story. But okay, yeah, point taken. Point taken.
Thank you for the $30 donation, Sea and Sailor. It is much appreciated. Now back to you, asshole.
Obrigado, Joao. Thank you.
Friend of yours?
Yes.
Awesome.
Joao is someone who has been behind a lot of TTRPGs. just like playtesting, and has introduced me to Gunpla, which is a very dangerous thing. But yes,
Awesome.
Joao is pretty cool, and I'm very glad that they were able to come and contribute.
Me too. That's awesome. Thank you.
What's the running total, actually?
The running total right now is $1,321.75, which means that we are less than $200 away from paying for the whole cast, which is unbelievable.
Incredible.
Yeah. Thank you guys so
Incredible.
much. That is huge, and that will really, really help when I am trying to convince Dylan to let us make more shows in the future. So well done. Thank you so much.
Look, Sal, I publishing it is an industry, okay? And there are whims in the industry, there are trends in the industry, there are waves in the industry, and I don't really know where I'm looking at because you're a ghost, a voice. I don't know. I don't know where you're coming from. Anyway, I don't know how stories are told anymore. It's just whatever the audience wants, and my audience in this case asked me to kill off metaphorically the character and what the character represents. And I
Well-
don't know if that's because they were my old writing they want to be done with, or if it's a marketing ploy. But like, I'm sorry, okay?
Well, again,
It's
like,
nothing
I'm not,
personal.
look, I'm not as educated as you, so I may not quite understand what some of these words would, but metaphorically would suggest that you didn't actually kill me. What you did was literally kill me. Metaphorically killing me would mean that I'd still have a pulse. You just killed me.
You were a fictional character, so you wouldn't have a pulse to be.
Okay, so first of all, I very much did have a pulse, and I can guarantee you that if I had it right now, whenever I was alive, my blood would be boiling. So let's not pretend that these things aren't true.
Did they
Secondly,
really write you like this? Jesus.
you wrote me
I'm
like this.
insufferable.
You made me. Okay, you're right.
So
I
you
rem-
accept you're a character.
I don't remember anything before I got this mission, and my death didn't bother me whatsoever. So yeah, I accept this premise. However, I'm still here. So obviously, according to ghost rules, I have unfinished business that needs to be taken care of.
I don't know.
No one denies
I
ghost
just-
rules.
I
You know
think
how
maybe I
ghost
just-
rules work.
I
Ghost
just need
rules
a
work the
break.
same way
I just need
everybody.
a break
No,
from
no,
writing.
no, no,
Maybe
no.
I should stop
No.
writing. I should
Listen to me.
get
You
out of
can
it.
sta-
Maybe I should
you
do some
can put-
copywriting
hey,
instead.
You can put that pin down when I go into the light or whatever stories are gonna do. But you can't leave me around here as the ghost of my own story. That you cannot do.
Towards the end of this argument, the author and protagonist reveal their cards to each other and tally the final count of favor.
Queen of Diamonds.
A 7 of spades.
All right.
No added favor,
What does that
which
mean?
means that the current only favor that we have is the author has more favor
Okay.
from Act 2.
Right.
If the author has more favor, they do not accept that the protagonist is real. They are simply
Get
a character
fucked.
who they brought to life in their own imagination and nothing more. The conversations were simply the author toiling over the direction of their novel. Decide together how this final conversation goes. So we go back in.
all he wants is an ending. That was not an ending. All my guy wants is an ending. That's it. A little prelude, a little and then. That's it. Then he can sleep peacefully. I don't think I'm asking you too much here.
Richard is just thinking, going, well, how about this? And I'm just thinking out loud. I'm thinking to myself, this is. I mean, it's a useful device to have the voice of my character speak back to me, because then I can, have a soundboard which is just myself. How about maybe Sal has like a memorial, like plaque that is visited
Ugh.
by a number of different investigators, like
No.
go into the business.
No.
That's not quite.
Had a daughter I never knew about. Daughter is named Mel. She shows up at my funeral. One of the only
Mel-
3 people there.
Mel is the daughter. Mel was a daughter all along, and she
Yeah.
also didn't know it.
Nah, she didn't
finds out
know.
after the death.
Finds
of
out
Sal.
afterwards. And now she feels guilty. And she got to spend all of her time pulling herself out from underneath that rock. See, now you got
And she
something.
feels
Get your pen, write that down.
great after everything that happened.
Of course she does. She let some bags out. Stretched her wings a bit. Write that down. Get your pen out. Write that down.
It was like clickety clack, click 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 click.
And then I think that maybe it just pans out with us, with me leaning over, lighting up a Camel Wide, giving you advice as you're pounding away at the keyboard. I think that's a perfect way to end
Keyboard noises of just and Mel was the daughter that didn't realize was then and then found out, and there was guilt, and there was and continuation. We can continue with a new protagonist without having to fully erase traces of the previous one.
it. Correct, because I'm a ghost that always hangs around her. And now it's...
No, you're not. You're just a
yes,
character.
it is. It's daughter and
you're not,
ghost
you're just a
PI.
character.
It's daughter and ghost PI, and that's what you're going to sell. You said you want to give them some wow, some pizzazz. Ghost
Okay,
PI
not real.
and
I
daughter
can shut
team.
you up anytime now. I can
You really
shut
can't.
You up.
And then I vanish.
And that is How Does That Work? You're a Bicycle by Superdillin.
Excellent. I love Superdillins games.
Ah, that is actually good. Like, yes, I think Aram was a little too loopy for this one.
I was super loopy for this one, guys. I'm sorry. I'm
loopy
pulling
for this
together
one.
best I can. This
But this
Baldur's
is a
Gate
game. It
is
is
gonna be a
very easy to
fucking
pick up.
shit
There is
show.
no prep involved. You can just keep reading through all of it. If you have an idea of, thank you, Bella Moss Agate, Agate. I'm not sure how to pronounce. I've seen your name written down so many times. I don't know how to pronounce
Agate.
the screen name.
Moss Agate. Agate. It's a rock.
Agate?
It's agate, right? I'm correct, aren't I?
Yes,
Agate.
but I'm foreign.
You're not that far.
To me, it's Agata.
Is it really? Is it Agata in
It's
Italian?
Agata. Agata. in
Agata.
Italian.
I can see that. Agata. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, but yes, thank you. That was fun. This is how this is how replay started.
Right.
By just me saying, "Hey, Aram, do you want to play a game?"
I was like, yes.
And Aram went, "Yes, let's play a game." And there was kissing. There was a talking chain.
In the game. No,
In the game,
just
yes.
so everyone's clear. Okay.
Just clearing. No, we are two very different extents of immunocompromised people. There is no traveling across borders.
It would not be possible. We'd both just die.
Yep. Joao, yes, please do bail some gunpla while you keep watching the stream. That would be great. If I were not running part of the stream, I would also be building something right now.
Speaking of which, we're getting close to Jen taking over.
And that is why we ended the game where we ended it. This is why I
Yeah.
have a timer running. We
Good,
have
smart.
caught up with our time schedule, which means
I'm
that
excited
in
for
the
this,
next-
actually. I get to just sit back and watch for an hour. I'm stoked about this. Plus, Jen is just such an awesome cook and just a really dynamic personality. I love this show. I really do enjoy Attack the Pantry.
Which also means we are probably... Oh, hello. Yes, I am plugging things in.
Take your
Jen
time,
is
Jen.
getting ready.
No rush.
We can probably go to a break screen and
Let's
then
do that.
what we need to do in the background to get everything set up. And
Let's
we
do
will
that.
be... Well, at least I will be back shortly. Aram might go take a break. And if he
I
doesn't,
may go
will
take a
make
little
sure he
nappy.
does.
Yeah, I might need it. I've been up since 4 a.m. just busting. So we'll take a 10-minute break. We'll get Jen all set up, and you will see us soon. I will drink water. I promise I will. I will try a nap. Nap's dangerous because nap can turn to sleep, and I've got a stream to finish. But I can promise water. And
Whatever
we
you
will-
do, Aram, please set an alarm for 50 minutes from now.
I will set an alarm for 50 minutes from now. And I will keep the stream open. Trust me, I got it. I'm on it. But I love you all. Thank you all so much for your support. This was a great game. Thank you, Superdillin, for making it. Go check out all of Superdillin's amazing games, and we will be back in 10 minutes. See you soon.